Beautiful people, what is going on? Welcome to RSVP, where we are here talking all things love, sex, and relationships. It's your girl, Phoenix Soul.
And it's your boy, Frederick de Jesus.
We have an incredible guest tonight. So excited. Let me introduce y'all a little bit. Josh Waters' meteoric rise through R&B. He has spellbinding vocals, charismatic personality, and divine intervention. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about that, you know. Since emerging here on the Atlanta scene, he's established himself as one of the finest young performers in the genre. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
You know,
that was a crazy introduction. I genuinely appreciate that. I really, really do.
No, you are just looking at your progression. I know you just had the show with Kian.
Yep.
We love him. He's amazing. But just looking at all of the things you're doing, from your volunteerism to, you know, advocacy to your mind, body, soul, like you're on one right now.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel like you did some type of homework. I feel like you really we know each other now, you know what I'm saying? So now I appreciate the flowers, bro. And I feel like she just spoke on both of y'all behalf, so thank you.
You know,
absolutely. You know, we had our words off camera, but yes, absolutely, man.
Love, bro, for sure.
Most definitely. So today, the topic is high value.
Okay.
Now, a high value person is someone that is true to their values, is someone that's driven by the importance of their own influence. And while the culture often bases high value on monetary and dollar, we're going to base high value on value.
I like it.
Right?
I like it.
So, you know, you're consistently elevating, you know, doing your thing. So. We just talked about that R&B rock star vibes, you know, just overall high quality individual. Yeah. So,
thank you.
You know, how is dating in relationships with that component of being an entertainer?
Oh, man. Okay. So dating is interesting for me. Man, you came in hot.
Period.
Dating is cool.
You
Dating
gotta
is
know.
Interesting. Yeah.
We gotta know.
Oh my goodness. So I'm in the space of trying to figure out how I want to go about that space of my life.
Okay.
Right. So doing music, I have a hard time sometimes creating that duality and separating like my personal life from what I do because I do music every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'll say it's not the easiest, or it hasn't been the easiest thing for me to find like women, if they're not in the business, who understand the business. And so now it's like I have to make a decision of that turns into like a hand-holding process in certain spaces, at least from my experience.
For sure.
How do I bring you into my world and get you to understand that I'm just working? And yes, flirtatious things might be taking place, but how do I create security in the dating space with a person? You know what I mean? So before I put that on the women that I've been kind of coming in contact with, I'll say for myself, I'm just trying to figure out, like I say, how do I want to maneuver in that space? You know what I'm saying?
What are the insecurities you coming across?
I think sometimes, bro, as an R&B singer, with all due respect, I cater to women.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So
whoever that woman is, you got to know that this show, it might be 20, 30, 40 beautiful women. You're gorgeous, right? That's why I said I got to figure out how to create that security so that when we come into these spaces, that's what I think it boiled down to. How can I make sure that this person that I'm quote unquote dating is secure? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback on that, you know, because we often talk about this. We talk about men of purpose.
Yeah.
Right? And so men of purpose, you know, if we want to put them in the percent category, right? That's like the top, 10%, 1%, whatever.
Yeah.
However you want to do it, right? So, you know, women say they want that. But that requires sacrifice. Requires patience. Yeah. And knowing a man's purpose is the priority.
Come on.
You know, and speaking on that. So what qualities, you know, in a woman is a man of purpose seeking?
That's such a freaking beautiful question. I need her to know herself. Like, so shout out to my moms, right? This is how my mom used to break down being single to me. To be single means to be whole and complete. Right? And then two single, whole, and complete people come together, and not two, but you make one again. For sure. Right? And then you decide if you want to be fruitful and multiply and shit like that. But like ultimately, I need you to know yourself. Your existence can never be contingent upon mine. You feel what I'm saying? Because I am aware of my purpose. And so like the enemy.
Give it to us.
Yes. So like I'm a person who is like, the enemy or the devil, whatever you want to call him, right, has been trying to take me out since before I got here. And so, like, I'm wise enough to know, like, I have to vet the strength of this woman. Can you, once you attach yourself to me, now you want to take you out too. Because now you're a part of whatever the purpose is that God bestowed upon me.
Yes.
And you have to have a purpose that's that big so that I have, like, what's my reason for this union? What's your reason for this union? It has to be a purpose that I can support outside of myself as well. But most importantly, like, she got to know herself.
I resonate with that. I feel like going back to what you were saying about the insecurities, I think sure, it is our responsibility to make sure that you feel safe, seen, and taken care of.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that insecurity is birthed prior to me.
So do I want to make myself responsible for, like, righting that wrong? Because the truth is, I try to, and I don't know if you was about to ask another question, so I apologize.
Keep going, flow.
With my artistry, bro, I set the example that creates safe spaces for the women that may need to do that work.
Yeah. Okay.
And my job isn't to fix it for you. For sure. I just want to serve as like a spark. Yeah. Like, just in case your dad didn't make you feel love, I do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Just in case you never felt heard, I hear you. Absolutely. And I don't have to be a boyfriend to do that. You could be a fan of what I'm doing to get that same thing. So my woman, it's important to me that she has that already. So from that point, we can build from there. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I hear you.
Definitely. So you just spoke on building. You know, we live in this society too where some people, you know, that are on their path can have tunnel vision. Yeah. It's like, you know what? I got to focus on what I'm doing because I can't get distracted. So are you one of those men, you know, high value men that believes in building along the journey? Or would it be more ideal for you to just focus up and then,
That's a good question. All right. So I say, I'm 27 now, right? When I was dating at 25, I was down for like we get it out the mud together energy, right? At 27, I'm dating 27-year-old women or older. And so I believe, like, look, while I'm in the process of pursuing, I have to have more than what the infatuation phase of this would provide for you. Right. You get what I'm saying? Because once that's over, it's like, what can I do? What can I really bring to you? And because I'm so locked in on what I'm doing, it's like I've always felt like I need to do this first. So I don't believe in wasting people's time at this point. It's like, so whoever I'm involving myself with or kicking it with in this space in my life, it's an understanding of like, yo, this is what I'm doing. Because here's the reality. Relationships breed obligation.
Facts.
Straight up. And it's like, I'm aware of once I commit to this, now I have to be responsible for your emotional well-being as well. Sure. But I got so much going on. I feel like it would be it's like, I ain't gonna use that example. I don't want to be selfish. That was gonna be terrible. I don't want to be irresponsible with someone else's life. If you 27, you got shit going on. So it's like, while you now are trying to figure us out, it just turned into a lot, man. So I'm actually landing on where I'm really at in the now with that perspective, because I don't know. Because I want love. I want all these things. And it's difficult sometimes being in a space of like, I got to get this first. Because you still have them nights as a man where it's like, man, I want affection. Or at least someone that I could give this to. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. But in the now, it's like, no, I got to do this first and then. But yeah.
You know what I like to say, Josh? I'm a big proponent that as much as I love and care for you, my involvement with you can't come at the detraction, if you will, of what I got going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it needs to be, and then tying it back to your earlier conversation of comfort in those settings.
Right.
I'm going to be there. Like that's the space I'm going to operate in. So I can't avoid the fact that the women are going to, do what they do.
For sure.
But you need to believe and trust in me enough to know that, like, I ain't even looking at that. I'm not pressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think, too, as a dude, I was just having this conversation with one of my god sisters earlier. But I'm not a person who, like, I'm not pressed, bro. Because it's purpose-driven, it's like, at this point, when I was younger, it's like, dang, she bad. And don't get me wrong, I fall into those spaces when we on that type of time. Sure. But ultimately, when it comes to, like, partnership, it's like, bro, it's purpose driven. So and this me agreeing with you. It's like, bro, I can look past the physical of any person because I've been with enough people to know that that's not enough. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So what role did your relationship, you spoke of your mother earlier, you just spoke of your god sister. Yeah. What role did your relationship with women play in you becoming this high level thinker
Okay.
and men.
So shout out to my moms again. My pops transitioned 20 years this year, 2003, and my mom's never remarried. I never this y'all tight. I love y'all. But my mom raised me and my older brother, just her and my grandmother. So I was raised by women, man, and I had cousins, but they were all street dudes.
Okay.
And there was something about me. I always had like, I was able to discern, man. Like I don't need to do that. And my dad, before he passed, y'all ever seen Hardball?
Yeah,
The movie. This the
haven't.
example I always try to give of my pops. He was like very prominent in the community, like with the kids. Both my mom was project babies, so it was like he really gave back, and I guess I get that element from him as well. But like my mom, she made sure that we like were some level of emotionally mature. She made us journal as kids. She made us talk. Me and my brother would be fighting, and she like, give me them phones, dog. Y'all not coming out the room until y'all talk it out, bro. I'm not raising Cain and Abel was her favorite line.
Wow.
You feel me? So like, I think my respect for women stemmed from I wanted to see my mama get the love that I felt like she deserved. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, we have these conversations. It's like, bro, my biggest fear, and I used to have a different answer, but today my biggest fear is to transition or die, right? Not being known. Not with my music, but I'm saying like known from a person. Like before I have to explain me to you, because that's how my gifts work. When I see you, I see you. So we can go into these other conversations, or we can like spend our time just, you get what I'm saying? I want to be known by somebody, bro. Wow. And it's like to know that my mama hadn't experienced that. My dad was a tremendous father, but truthfully, he wasn't necessarily the best husband to my mom's, right? So like, when I say me and my mama close, my birthday February 26th, hers February 27th, my brother's March 1st. Like we all Pisces. And was extreme. Yeah. So like that's where it stemmed from for me, just wanting to see that. And then seeing my mama not get it made me look at other women and be able to identify with like what they might not have gotten either. So versus me like, bro, just trying to answer that question. I ask all my female friends, like, do you feel safe? When's the last time you really felt safe? You know what I'm saying? Not a facade of a dude, like, trying to put on this safe front so that he can. For sure. But, like, for real, though. And I think that's what it is. Because I know my mama had to operate so heavily in her masculine since 2003. So I want to see women be able to, like, be women. For sure. So, yeah.
Is Mom Deuce dating?
Nah,
no,
she not. And you know what? This what it boiled down to, because I know she's gonna watch this interview. It's because my mama's still in Mississippi. She's still in our hometown. Okay. And that's not to discredit Mississippi by no means, but bro, my mom's special, and I'm not just saying that because she my mom's. She truly a light worker, and I feel like because she in a space where she was born and raised. Yeah. 50 something. Okay. Right. It's like, bro, you know everybody down here. You gotta get out of here, bro, so you can find people, because you're not the only one of your kind. It's more of you, but you got to get out so that you have the opportunity to come in contact with that. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that. Yeah. I love that. I got a question for you, man.
Talk to me.
So, as Phoenix and I were prepping for this, we were talking about you, right? And I'm like, I don't know, Phoenix. He's a singer. He be singing all nice and shit.
Thank you.
He looked like he related to Usher. Like they going crazy. He might be out there tearing them down. But here's what I'm gathering from this, right? What I'm gathering is that, because she said that, she's like, I don't know, I think he's like a really nice guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel that energy.
Exactly.
I feel like you're out there like loving on the women. You know.
All right. Okay, that's love.
You know what I'm saying? So for the audience, I'm saying, what's spending time with your boy like?
Okay, so I'm gonna add a question to that. All right. So we're gonna table that one, because I know it's some women watching this like, So I'm not perfect, bro. Right? And I've definitely had my spaces where I do my thing. Okay. Like, you know, I don't want to confuse it. I don't want to confuse it. I am a person who is like, I gotta say that again. I'm not perfect. My goal is I have an understanding of my purpose, and so I actively do what it is that I have to do to make sure that I become that man. Right? So I felt like with my father being removed in the earthly space, all I had to reflect was God. So in real life, my objective every day is I haven't met a man to where I'm like, I want to be like this dude. Right? When I say all I have is God to reflect, I mean that, right? Yeah. So I'm throwing all of this out there to say, again, it's a work in progress, okay? Yeah. But what does spending time with me look like? I'm a tree hugger, bro. And I like putting my spaces where I can like connect to the source and things that really matter. So outside of me getting to know whoever that person would be, it's like, can we go do something that would add value to your life, to your day? You know what I'm saying? That time with me looked like freedom.
Look at that.
Straight up, because
Sound effects.
it's
Exactly.
no that would be contingent upon whatever is necessary for that person. I'm a water sign, so like I'm a chameleon. I'm really cool, whatever, bro. I be smoking, chilling, shits, like whatever. But yeah, how can I make this experience, you know, what it is that you need to be free and comfortable? You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I got this last question for you. So
Talk to me.
imagine you leaving the planet.
Yeah.
And your words are going to be immortalized forever
Yeah.
when you pass. So think about the most influential person in your life that's taught you about relationships.
Yeah.
And what's the one thing you know to be true?
It starts and ends with you. Simple as that. No matter who you end up falling in love with, you came in by yourself and they have to.
Yeah.
The idea is not to possess people, but to allow whoever you fall in love with to maintain the freedom that you found them with. That's why you started loving them. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you can hold on to that, y'all like the possibilities of where it could go is endless, because there's no ceiling. There's no, you get to be free still.
Absolutely.
While being in love. So just remember yourself. Yeah.
Boom. Y'all heard it, ladies and gentlemen. This is RSVP. We are here with the Josh Waters. Where can they find you, sir?
On all social media platforms at Josh Waters Music, whatever DSP or like whatever service you listen to music on, search Josh Waters, and a little ugly dude, me, with locks gonna pop up.
Boom, boom. RSVP.
It's your boy Frederic, Frederic. Last name De Jesus, Dejesus. Come find me.
I'm your girl, Phoenix Soul. Peace and love.